All right, welcome back, students, parents, and other viewers. We are back with the game, and right now the KS Cossacks are playing KCA.
Just a recap from the last round and the first round of the tournament. The Prague Falcons came away victorious with a 2-0 victory. The Warsaw Warriors won 1-0, and the KIS team, our very own KIS A team, lost 3-1 to the Budapest Blazers. Right now we have our KIS B team versus KCA. It's going to be a local rivalry.
Yes, and we're very excited for KS to hopefully win this one.
Indeed. In fact, I have my money on KIS because, as you can see, they've just got the spirit. They don't even need a chant because they know they're gonna win. They're just trying to intimidate me.
And the ball has been kicked off, and instantly KIS booted up the field, and now they retain possession of the ball. Good pass into the center, and they move the ball. And good dribbling there from KIS, and now KCA clear the ball. Max, what do you think to the start of the tournament? What have you seen from these middle school teams?
Honestly, they're proving to be pretty good, better than I expected. Like, wow, honestly, they've got some pretty good skills. The goalies I've seen, the shots, they're all quite beautiful.
You're off. Oh, no.
Mr. Curry walking up the stairs quite dramatically, and here he is. He's got something to bring to the audience.
Hi, Bull. Thanks for having me. How's everyone doing today?
It is fantastic. It's been a great first round of games, and we're excited for more.
Wonderful. I just have to say a big thank you to all of the media team for coming out here and broadcasting all of these games to all the families back home who can't make it here today.
Well, thank you, Mr. Curry, for organizing this tournament.
That's my job. I'm really happy to host the middle school girls CISA championships, the beautiful Kiev Dynamo Stadium. I'd like to thank Kiev Dynamo for their hospitality and having us out here every year. It's wonderful to be able to play indoors. Although the weather's not horrible today, it's nice to be indoors out of the elements.
It is, and it's proven to be a great tournament so far. The Falcons teams looked very strong, and so did the Warsaw team. And although the Budapest game was on the other field, they came away victorious 3-1.
How do you feel about our team on this tournament?
Our teams are going to do fantastic. I think they had a tough first game against Budapest. But once they get their legs underneath them and start to figure out, this is a bigger field than we've played on all year, so it's going to take them a game or two to get used to just the size of the field and how much room they have and how much time they have with their touches. So, I'm looking forward to good things. Regardless of the score, I just hope everyone has a great tournament, has fun, makes some new friends, and no one else gets hurt.
Yes, the fields can be quite an intimidating factor. And now KIS, though, with a free kick, they're going to look to put this one on goal. Brilliant shot. And saved by the keeper. Good goalkeeping there from KCA. All right, and we're now unfortunately going to say goodbye to our athletic director, Mr. Curry. Would you like any last words?
Yes, once again, I'd just like to say thanks to you, Bo, and your crew, and Mr. Hume for setting this all up, and our IT team back at KIS, and wish all the athletes a great day.
Thank you, Mr. Curry. All right, and now so far the game has started off quite in KIS's favor. They've been really attacking, putting the KCA defense under pressure. And again, KIS with possession of the ball at the back. Possession with the ball in the midfield. They've passed around. KCA, number 15, is looking very active so far in the game. Steph, you were once upon a time a middle school girl. What can you relate back to your middle school soccer days?
I can relate to the stresses of this competition. I mean, being on this field, it's very stressful for a middle school girl, especially for a field this big. It's quite intimidating.
Right, and I've seen some pretty rough tackles like the one right there by number 27. Looks like these girls are actually quite tough. And yeah, these games, they're dangerous, but you gotta fight for it, right? That first place doesn't come easy.
That's exactly right. And right now, Alia with the throw-in. She, in her first year of middle school, she played soccer for the elementary Saturday, Mr. Prima Saturday Soccer. She's quite a talent, coached by myself in the KIS Junior tournament.
That's impressive, Bo. So
By the way, we won that tournament.
that's also impressive, Bo. So now we've got a free kick for KIS, and
We are going to see how Bo's coaching has reflected on.
And the ball nearly went in the back of the net there for KIS' first goal. And they've been putting a lot of pressure on this KCA team. I do not think they're going to be able to withstand KIS' wrath in attack.
that's right. KIS seems to have a solid wall of defense and a very offensive mid-end attack.
Now KIS with the throw-in. They're just putting so much pressure on the KCA defense. In the other game, it is still 0-0 between the Prague B team and the Bucharest Vampires.
Another throw-in. This time
from number 27.
And there's a handball by KIS, and this gives KCA a bit of time to rest up, take the free kick. Now, Mr. Burke, of course, the KIS coach, a legend in the KIS middle school. What do you think about his coaching, Steph?
I think Mr. Burke is a great coach with a very positive attitude. Exactly the kind of coach any KIS team needs. And I think he's doing great. And I think the team's doing great too.
Great dribbling there from number 2 from KIS. Now KCA with the ball. They kick it back, and KIS back in possession. Now the KCA goalie retains the ball.
KIS is doing a really good job of keeping the ball on this half of the field, I must say.
But also they've got a strong defensive setup back there. You know, my father always tells me, if you don't concede a goal, you can't lose the game.
That's very
Great
good
words
very-
by Coach Lee.
yeah.
And it looks like the Prague Falcons have scored in the other game, meaning they're up 1-0 against the Vampires. This Prague team has proved to be quite a dominant force so far early in the tournament. They won their first game 2-0, and now they're up 1-0 against the Bucharest Vampires. The game's still here 0-0 between KIS and KCA.
The Falcons.
Even though KIS has strong possession over the ball and is playing very well, lots of defense, good dribbling from KIS.
The Falcons have come in 2 teams, though. Big group from Prague. Maybe I think that's quite a big factor in their success, because they've got this large squad cheering them on, standing right at the sideline.
And yes, Prague are well known in the CISA community as being a dominant sports school. They are almost, in every tournament, they are almost always in the top 3 and competing hard. And now we have a corner for KIS, struck in, and an unlucky from number 2 from KIS. She has really proven to be a standout player for this B team. Goal kick here for KCA. The goalie puts it back on the line. Pass the ball out, and KIS retains possession. KIS is retaining a lot of possession. I am not a mathematician, but I would say they have 80% plus possession. What would you say, Max?
I think 80% sounds about right. That shot was beautiful, and it just bounced right off the goalie's hands. It must have raised the spirit of the KIS team. Look at them running now. They will go for a second shot soon.
And KCA here with a rare bit of possession, and they kick the ball outside, and KIS back with the ball. And yes, as we've already mentioned, the Prague's B team is winning against the Bucharest Vampires. The game over here is 0-0. And the game on the third field, who we are still unaware which teams are playing, and we are also unaware of what the score is. And KIS here making a strong break for it. Possession on the wing, pass back into the middle, and they lose the ball. KIS now back with possession of the ball. And KCA goalkeeper has it again. That has to be at least 4 or 5 shots on goal for KIS. They are threatening this K-State defensive line.
Number 2 on the ball.
She dribbles one. She dribbles another. She dribbles a third. She makes her way into the box. She comes back, cuts back, looks to cross it inside. Good cross. Oh, the keeper fumbles it, but no one was there to score that goal. Now, Mr. Curry on the sideline facing off with the KCA athletic director. That is an athletic director battle down there between Mr. Curry and the KCA director, who I am told played professionally football himself in Ukraine, which is a fun fact of the day. Oh, and KIS again with the ball. The goalkeeper retains possession once more. Now, I've peeked over a few times at the other game, and Prague are really dominating that one. Despite it being their B team, they're putting on a great performance.
Take a look here. Looks like KCA has made it over to their attacking half of the field, and they're putting pressure on KIS defense.
They're getting back into this game. Maybe it was they started off with a rough start, but now they're slowly gaining momentum. And now we rode over here with the Falcons Middle School girls on their bus. What can you say about their team?
I think they are very enthusiastic and very driven. You know, they seemed very excited about this tournament, so I think that's a good.
And they have a great selection of music. Great selection of music.
Yes, yes. They've got a certain chemistry, and their team just comes together.
Yeah.
They're just brought together by music, by football. I think it's beautiful. It's wonderful.
And now KS on the counter-attack here. Dribbles past a player, and now she's holds the ball up on the wing. Swing and a miss. Ball out of bounds. KS throw in. And Prague have gone 2-0 up. Huge celebrations from not just the B team, but their whole team celebrating on the side that goal. Strong performance so far from both Falcons teams.
Mr. Curry's toes are right on the sideline. He stands there watching very, very closely.
KS with possession of the ball. Looks to the middle. Good pass. Cleared by the KCA defender. This has been a fantastic back and forth start to this game. Oh, cleared forward. KCA with possession of the ball. Now they look to counter.
The question is, who will make first blood? KIS might have another shot here.
Shot on goal.
Oh.
And it hits the crossbar. So unlucky there. Good save from the keeper. Oh, and it looks like handball, but the referee signals to play on there. What a save from the keeper. She hit that one up onto the crossbar. KIS unlucky against, this time prevented by the frame of the goal. And if you can hear those sounds in the background, that is Prague 3-0 up against the Bucharest Vampires.
Looks like it's quite an unfortunate game for the Bucharest B team. They're losing 3-0.
Heads down.
Very, very unfortunate. The Prague team is, even though it is their B team, they are very strong.
Now, if I was a coach of the Bucharest girls, I would be saying to the girls, keep your heads up. It's only 3-0. Anything is possible.
Right, that's important. And, yeah, in my experience, 3-0, that's something you can easily come back from.
One of the most famous expressions in football coming from an English coach back in the days. He said, if they can do it to you in one half, you can do it to them in the other half. So 3-0 may be the case for the first half, but it could be 3-3 in the second half. Now a goal kick here for KIS. I've noticed they're losing a lot of balls behind the goals. It's quite unfortunate. And of course, we are super proud and excited to be hosted here at the Dynamo training facility. What can you say about the facility?
I have to say the grass is being kept quite well for artificial grass. And the lines, they painted them new just for us today.
And how about the overall facility? It's quite massive, isn't it?
It's huge. And despite its size and lack of heating, it's comfortable inside.
And having been here last year for the varsity boys soccer CISA, we really do appreciate the hospitality that they treat us with here. And we're very thankful to the Dynamo facility for providing this space for us.
And now back to the game. It's been, again, KIS with possession of the ball. Number 2, who's been a standout player so far in this game. She dribbles past one, loses the ball, but she is a threat. And if I was a coach of that KCA team, I would be telling all my defenders to watch out for her. Throwing for KIS. Not much movement off the ball. Someone needs to give her an option. She throws it in. Well kept by KIS. Oh. And it's a goal kick. The referee signals a goal kick.
KCA has got their whole team in defense. They're definitely under pressure. Well, now they're moving out and at a quick pace. But KIS looks like they've got a shot on goal. The goalie catches it.
Shot right at the keeper, and again it was number 2. And it looks, the ref blows the whistle for halftime. What a fascinating start to the game so far. 0-0, but back and forth action.
KIS star player, number 2, lying on the ground in defeat. That's okay. You can do it. You've still got another half.
Now, the legendary Mr. Burke, who we talked about earlier in this half, he will be having a team talk. He will be motivating those girls, telling them to come out in the second half with even more intensity, even more passion, and hopefully they can win this game. Oh, hi guys.
And we are back here. All right, so let me ask Bo some questions right now. So, Bo and Max, actually, what do you guys think, what should KCA do to kind of maybe try and retain possession, gain possession in the second half?
So KCA's coach, first of all, should really pack in some spirit into that team. Tell them, guys, it'll be okay. It's still 0-0. You guys, this is a pretty even match. You just need to go there. You need to take risks. You need to take shots. KIS has got so many shots in so far. At this rate, they're bound to make a goal unless KCA starts.
And I would say for the KCA team, more tactically wise, they have to move further up the pitch. If they move further up the pitch, they force KIS to move backwards, and that way KCA can have some more chances on goal and hopefully test the KIS keeper. I would say, not an official count, but in my head I counted shots on goal. I would say KIS had about 7 or 8 where KCA didn't test the keeper at all in that half. So really, in the second half, they have to look to get a few more shots on the KIS goal and hopefully get that one goal that can win them the game. All right, so right now it's halftime. We'll take a short break and we'll be back in 5 minutes for the second half. All right, and we are back here for the second half. Kickoff has just happened. I'm here with Stefania. Maxwell Moody is shooting a promotional video that we filmed pieces for before the tournament even began. And if you want to check out that video, you can visit the Kozak Athletics website, where all the updates from the tournament, videos, all sorts of bits are going to be there. A recap of the first half. I would say a back-and-forth game without a goal.
With possession mostly by Kiev, and on the other side we have the Falcons playing against the Bucharest Vampires, both B teams, and the Falcons have a very strong possession over the ball.
And what a shot there from KIS, so close, edged on the outside of the post. They are putting pressure. They've come out in the second half with even more intensity compared to the first half. That goal is coming, I can feel it. Now it looks like in the other game, Bucharest is making a break on goal, but saved by the Prague keeper. And just for any parents that have tuned in, we are filming all games on Field 1. Field 2 is right beside Field 1, and we will be giving you updates, live updates from that game. And then there's a third field, which is outside on the other fields at this Dynamo training facility. But the only games we will be streaming for the future are for Game 1, and we will be giving updates from both games, live updates from the games on Field 2. We have Maxwell Moody back here with us. Max, what can you tell us about that promotional video you were just filming for?
Well, it was a video about the cheers I filmed this morning with all the teams, and that excites me a lot because, you know, the girls really showed me their spirit and showed the sportsmanship.
Yeah, I do love the sportsmanship we see here. I mean, at the start of this game, we could see Warsaw cheering for Kiev. I mean, pretty spectacular.
Great camaraderie between teams. It's fantastic to see. Now thrown by KIS. KIS again with possession of the ball, again in the final third of KCA's half, and that should be a corner kick. The referee signals a throw in for KIS. They really got to open up and give number 2 some more options here. She throws it, and that is out for a corner now. Corner for KIS. Can this be the moment that KIS gets on the score sheet of this game? Corner by KIS. Overhit. KCA clear.
It looks like we have an injury on the other side of the field. Falcons player has been injured and is now being escorted off the field. And we, as for the KCA-KIS game, we do hope to see a goal soon.
Yes. Yes, we do. Such a high, fast-paced, high-intensity game. We need that goal. Now throwing for KIS. Big throw and into the box. And is this the moment? There's an opening on goal. Oh, and cleared by KCA. They are holding on. And number 2 goes down. Is that a penalty? No, the referee waves it off. KIS retained possession again in the middle of the pitch. Oh, and KCA now, they could hit on the counterattack. They've got numbers. Pass out wide. The KIS defender runs towards it. Number 10, good clearance. And a theatrical motion there by the KCA player. KCA's ball. Oh, and I guess the referee gave a free kick for that. Free kick to KCA. Oh, no, it's gone back to throwing. It's just a massive miscommunication. Oh, and that's incorrect throw-in there.
To throw with 2 hands over your head, and that's what the referee is showing right now. And looks like the girl will have a second chance.
Yes.
Actually, they're switching for a different girl. So let's see how she do it. Okay, that was good.
Through the referee's legs there. And now KCA with the ball on the wing. Pass inside. And really we're getting so much action here in this full pitch setting, as we're seeing 2 games from our perspective. Prague against Bucharest on one of them, and KIS versus KCA on the other. Goal kick for KCA. And subs here for KIS. Looks like a defensive change. And also a change in the midfield for KIS. I think KIS is playing with too many players on the pitch right now. And maybe they've got it. Oh, no. And she's through on goal. And it is a goal. 1-0 to KIS. And we've been saying it for a while. That goal has been coming. And what a goal it was. Number 15 breaks through on goal. Scores the goal. Brilliant goal from KIS. Thoroughly deserved.
Meanwhile, on the Falcons pitch, it is 3-0 for Prague as they go for another shot, and the goalie takes it.
KIS now with a 1-0 lead, and could this be KIS's first victory of this tournament? Of course, their A team lost in the earlier game, 3-1 to the Budapest Blazers. But looks like the B team can come through and deliver KIS first 3 points of the tournament. Good throw in there from KIS, and number 2 retains the ball. She has been the standout player, wouldn't you say so, Max?
Yes, definitely. She passed the entire KCA team at one point. Just moved up the line. Very beautiful football, I must say. Oh, they have another shot. Straight, and the goalie.
And a great save by the keeper. Steph, would you say number 2 reminds you of your middle school soccer days?
No, I would say number 2. She is definitely the key player for this team. I was not, unfortunately, but it is nice to see such talented players.
I believe there is no such thing as a key player, and everyone plays a key part in success for a team. And KCA now here with the ball, and they run on goal. They're one-on-one with the defender, shoots on goal, and it's a easy save for the keeper. That could be the first shot recorded from KCA, and the keeper quickly clears it. Very fast-paced back-and-forth game, and now number 2 with the ball. She dribbles one. If she looks to pass into middle, she's got a player open. She shoots on goal, and that is 2-0. 2-0 for KIS, and that goal is well-deserved from the standout player. Already, I think we can give her the Man of the Match award, and it hasn't even finished yet. She has been superb today in KIS's game. She scores the goal. It is her first goal. Number 15 scored KIS's other goal. 2-0 to KIS, the KIS B team, who most likely will look at this point to bring home KIS's first victory of the tournament. Intercepts the ball instantly, and she's running on the defense once again. Dribbles, and it earns a corner for KIS. Now, actually, the weather in Kiev has been quite nice recently, and it's kind of a shame we're playing inside because the weather is somewhat magnificent for November outside.
It really is. I mean, last year when we were here, the weather was much, much worse, and I think the boys had a much tougher time playing here because of it. And I think it's really great that we have such nice weather right now in Kiev.
It is somewhat of a shame that we are not playing outside in beautiful sun. I can see the sun through the windows. I think you can see the sun through the stream. It's a shame we're not playing outside. And KIS saves the throw in there, and she clears the ball well into midfield. And number 15 scored the first goal of the game, is running on goal. Oh. Cleared by KCA. Now, the score is still 3-0 in the other game. But it looks like the Prague Falcons are still dominating the game so far. And we still have no updates on the third game happening right now. KIS again attacking the goal. Now, of course, next week we have the high school girls and high school boys varsity CISAs away elsewhere.
As well as the speech and debate CISA at KIS.
So yes, we will be hosting the KIS speech and debate. And Seth, will there be updates, live streams for that event?
Yes, there will be. There will be updates from every event at the speech, every official event at the speech and debate, and those will be on the KIS channel. And Bo, can you tell me a little bit about the expectations for the high school soccer boys and girls?
Yeah, so the high school boys varsity team, we are traveling to Budapest for our tournament, and the high school girls are traveling to. I'm actually not sure where the high school girls are traveling to. I believe maybe Prague, but I'm not sure. But both teams were looking to to play our hardest, be successful, do our best.
So an update, right? An update on the Falcon versus Bucharest game. It is 4-0 for the Falcons. They are mercilessly destroying the other team, just going for it.
They are really bringing their A game today at this other pitch, which we unfortunately cannot show. And on the streamed field, we have KIS in possession of the ball again.
And also, we have to mention it is the Bucharest B team and the Prague B team who are playing one another right now. The KIS B team and KCA are playing on the other field, so it's somewhat of a little B team tournament we have going right now, where the A team tournament was played in the first round of games. Penalty for KIS. Sorry, we have been so distracted with our blabbling. KIS has earned themselves a penalty here.
And it's number 2 taking the shot, is that correct?
It is correct. She is looking for her second goal of the game. She runs up, strikes it, powerful shot, but saved by the keeper. Now, I do remember from my elementary coaching days that she is German, and a German missing a penalty is quite a weird event because it just never happens. Now, perhaps if she was British, it would be very common, but she's German, and she missed a penalty. It is somewhat of a paradox, you could say.
Well, I'm sure she'll have another shot on goal this game. It looks like she's got lots of possession. Oh, number 4 intercepts the ball. KIS running up the field, passing the defense.
And KIS, they're up 2-0. They've had a penalty, missed the penalty. They're dominating this game, and they're a positive start to their tournament for the KIS B team. Now, we've been through almost 2 games of football. What can you say about the quality of football being played? Has it impressed you?
Certainly. I mean, these girls are very dedicated, and our home teams are very, very focused and bringing their best effort into this game, and so are all the other teams. And the sportsmanship I see here is just spectacular.
Right. When that Prague player was fouled and escorted off the field, the Bucharest team, despite losing 3-0, clapped. And I thought that was beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, it looks like KIS has a shot on goal, or prospective shot on goal. Well, KCA takes the chance, looks,
In possession of the ball, and they take the shot.
and it just misses the goal. So the goalie has a shot out.
Very unfortunate for the KCA team today, as well as the Bucharest team. But it is a very interesting game, wouldn't you say so?
Yes, it is very interesting, and it looks like there's another injury on the Prague-Bucharest field because all the players are taking a knee in respect to the person lying on the ground. Very solemn.
And also, right now we have the KIS Kiev B team versus the KCA team. And up next, at 12 o'clock Kiev time, we have Moscow versus KIS A. So we will get to see our A team play against the Moscow A team. That should be a fascinating game. Of course, players from many different nationalities, so hopefully politics will not be involved.
However, the Moscow Penguins have always been KIS's rival school, and we're hoping to see a great game here.
Yeah, well, we, of course, as commentators, have to be impartial, but I think inside, as Cossacks, we will all be rooting for our KIS A team. Not to say I'm sure it will be a great game. Both teams, I'm sure, will put on a great performance. But right now, I'm as happy as can be. KIS is winning 2-0. KIS B team is winning 2-0. They've had a penalty. And I've seen one of the players I've coached just dominate the opposition. So I am somewhat like a proud coach right now.
The game has finished. It's 2-0 for the KISB team. They proudly rush the field, the goalie hugging her defender.
And on the other side, the Falcons versus Bucharest Vampires game has also finished, with the Falcons taking a 4-0 victory.
It has been brilliant round 2 of football. And here we are again, your lovely 3, hopefully favorite commentators.
So what do you guys have to say about these 2 games that you have seen today?
Well, I think it's very clear Prague are going to be a dominant force in this tournament. They won their first game. They won their second game. Both A and B team have started off this tournament undefeated. I think this KIS B team is a team to watch out for. You know, they're young, but they're skillful, they're fast, dedicated, and very, very fit. So they have played a great game. They've won 2-0. It's been an exciting start to the tournament.
Exciting, certainly, and just so much scholarship as well as cheer for their own team. This is sport at its finest.
It is, and this is commentary at its finest. It's Bo here.
Max.
And Steph.
We thank you for watching, and good.
We'll be back in a while.